all of us. We are living in Kali Yuga. So he says, "O people of Kali Yuga, know that in Kali Yuga, in this age, in this era of Kali, the only method of meditating on God, going to God mentally, is by chanting the holy name. There is no other way. There is no other way." He says 3 times. And this is our experience. So we don't sing bhajans and kirtans simply because we love music, and whether it's a song from a movie or from some singer or a bhajan and kirtan, it's all the same to us. It's not like that. These bhajans and kirtans, these divine songs, truly help our mind greatly. They give so much help to the mind that we should adore these bhajans and kirtans. And knowing that these bhajans and kirtans are going to be of great use to us, the great saints, such as Tulsi Das, Mirabai, Surdas, Jagatguru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, they give the world, they provide for the world many, many bhajans and kirtans. Shri Maharaj Ji has been he was a very prolific writer. He has given us so much, so many bhajans and kirtans and dohas, couplets, so that we may sing them and so that we may do Roop Dhyan using the help of these bhajans and kirtans. So I request you that when we sing, please do Roop Dhyan. Let's try that, shall we? Let's do Roop Dhyan. Let's make a very great effort to do Roop Dhyan. I know that many of you do Roop Dhyan, but let's try it even more today. And if you have not been doing it, let's try it today for the first time. And Roop Dhyan means simply when the words are being chanted, you look at the meaning and try to recreate the scene. Now, for that we need to know the meaning of the song, right? So here it is. Kabeh Hari Baniha Braj Ko Mor. A devotee says, "O Shyam Sundar, O Sri Krishna, when will you bless me with the form of a peacock in your eternal abode, Vrindavan?" So then you can think of yourself as a peacock, in the form of a peacock. And you may ask, well, why? Then that would be disclosed just now. Lakhi ghansham jani ghanshamahi hoiha prem vibhor. When will I be filled with extreme joy, looking at your bluish complexion and thinking, oh, these are my favorite rain clouds. The name Ghansham is made of 2 words, Ghan and Sham. Ghan means cloud, Sham means dark. So this is a name for Sri Krishna, and this literally means dark clouds. His complexion resembles the color of dark rain-bearing clouds. So when I look at you, my beloved Krishna, when I will think that you are the dark clouds, and when a peacock sees dark clouds and it's about to rain, then the peacock starts to dance. So I will look at your bluish complexion and I will think you are my favorite rain clouds. You'll be reminding me of them. So then, Prem vibhor hot hi nachiha jhuki jhuki pankh maror. In that overwhelming rapture, I will then dance in ecstasy, spreading and bending my tail of colorful feathers. It's a beautiful sight to behold when a peacock starts to dance. And the dancing of the peacocks, it has captured the imagination of so many. So I will dance for you when I see you. I will spread and bend my tail of colorful plumes, and I will try to please you in this way. Nachat pankh maror mor man. There's a word missing in Hindi. Nachat pankh maror mor man uthi hai saras hilor. When will I experience waves of rapturous delight by pleasing you with the wonderful performance of my stylish dance? And here you go. I wish to serve you in the form of a peacock by dancing for you and pleasing you. Uthat hilor sham imi kahi kahi shor machai ha ghor. When will I utter incessantly, continuously, the most delightful name of my beloved, Sham, 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 in a thundering voice? मोर मुकुट हित हों कृपालु नित दई हों पंखन तोर. Says Jagatguru Sri Kripaluji Maharaj, Merciful Lord, grant me the good fortune of lovingly offering my own feathers to further beautify your charming crown. तो एक भक्त श्याम सुंदर से प्रार्थना करता है कि हे श्याम सुंदर, मैं ब्रज में, तुम्हारे ब्रज में मुझे मोर का शरीर कब मिलेगा? जब मैं तुम्हें निहारूंगा तो मुझे लगेगा कि काले काले बादल हैं और मुझे बहुत ही खुशी होगी, मैं प्रेम से विभोर हो जाऊंगा और नाचना शुरू करूंगा, अपने शरीर को झुका करके, पंखों को मरोड़ मरोड़ के इस तरह से तुम्हें प्रसन्न करूंगा. और फिर मैं जोर जोर से श्याम 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 ऐसे बोलूँगा, तुम्हें पुकारूँगा. और हे श्याम सुंदर, मैं अपने पंखों को गिराऊंगा धरती पर ताकि तुम उनको अपने मुकुट में सुशोभित करो. और इस तरह से तुम्हारा मुकुट वो और भी सुंदर हो जाएगा. हे श्याम सुंदर, मुझे ये सेवा प्रदान करो. The devotee loves his Lord so much that he wishes to serve his Lord not only as a human, but in every form, sometimes as a peacock. And in this beautiful bhajan, Sri Maharaj Ji inspires us to think of ourselves as peacocks. You may think, or just think of a peacock. You don't have to think yourself, but think of the peacock who wishes to serve Shyam Sundar in this way. And that will inspire us all to serve. Because we can serve Shyam Sundar, we can serve our Lord certainly even more than a peacock can. But how wonderful the desire of a devotee to serve Shyam Sundar, not only in the human form, but in other forms as well. कबे हरि बनी हो ब्रज को मोर. कबे हरि बनी हो ब्रज घनश्याम कबे हरि
वही हो प्रेम विभोर कबे हरि
कबे हरि बनी हो ब्रज को मोर
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 प्रेम विभोर होत ही नची हो
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 झुकी झुकी पंख झुकी झुकी पंख मरोर कबे हरि
झुकी झुकी पंख मरोर कबे हरि
झुकी झुकी पंख मरोर कबे हरि
झुकी झुकी पंख मरोर
कबे
हरि
कबे हरि बनी हो ब्रज को मोर
कबे हरि बनी हो ब्रज को मोर
नाचत पंख मरोर मोर मन
नाचत पंख मरोर मोर मन
नाचत उठत हिलोर श्याम इमी कही कही
उठत हिलोर ko more.
So the one who asks Shamsundar to make him a peacock, to give him the form of a peacock in Braj, he loves Sri Krishna so much that he wishes to serve him. A servant of God wishes to serve God. A servant of the world wishes to serve the world. The servant of the world asks the servant of God, why would you make such a request? Why do you wish to take the form of a peacock? Why do you wish to serve Shamsundar? And the servant of God says, because Shamsundar is my all in all. Divyo deva eko narayano mata pita bhrata nivasah sharanam suhrit gatir narayana iti. Subalopanishad says, O humans, understand, realize that God is your mother, your father, your brother, your all in all. Tvameva sarvam mama deva deva. You alone, my Lord, are my everything. You are my one and only. Now the servant of God asks the servant of the world, why do you serve anyone? And he says, yes, I serve my family. The one who's serving the world says, I serve my family, my parents, my children, my spouse, I serve my family. Why? Because they are my own. They are mine. This is my mother. This is my father. I want to be like Shravan Kumar. Shravan Kumar is well known for the incredible service he rendered to his parents. His parents had grown old. They were blind. They were very feeble. They wished to go on a pilgrimage. But they were not physically fit enough to make the pilgrimage. Shravan Kumar knew their desire, and he made it possible for them to go on a pilgrimage, Tirth Yatra. He fashioned a sort of scales by taking a wooden beam and then attaching on both ends a rope, and then attaching two baskets, large baskets, from both ends. And in one basket sat his mother, in the other one his father. And so he carried them. He carried them for miles and miles. We hear the story of Shravan Kumar. So the one who's serving the world says, I wish to be like Shravan Kumar. So the servant of the world says that he wishes to serve the world, and he serves the world because the world is his own. His family is his own. My parents, my wife, my children. And parents serve their children. We're all servants of the world. We serve family members. Parents serve their children. If you ask why, parents would say, well, who else will serve them? Who else will educate my children? Who else will provide shelter for them, an education for them? Who else will teach them many valuable lessons? Who will do it? The neighbors won't do it. I will do it. It's my duty. It's my duty to serve my children. It's my duty to serve my parents. Why do you serve God? So the servant of God says, it is my duty to serve God. Your duty to serve God? Yes. Because you see, God is my everything. You say that it is your duty to serve your parents. Yes, it's my duty to serve my parents. It's my duty, I am the soul, I am the Atma. And Sri Krishna is my father, my mother, my child, my everything. So it's my duty to serve him. Just as the one serving the world serves his family, and he feels that it is his duty, in the same way, the one who has understood that Shyam Sundar is his everything, he feels that it is his duty, and he does it very lovingly. That if he feels that it is only right for him to serve God and Guru. Until he serves God directly, he serves his Guru, a direct representative of God. The person who is serving the world doesn't understand why God has to be served, so he asks, why do you serve God? What can you do for God? How can you serve him? And the servant of God asks the servant of the world, but how are you serving your people, your loved ones? How are you serving them? And why do you serve them? Well, it's not just my duty. I don't serve them just because it's my duty, but it's my pleasure. It's my pleasure to do things for those whom I love. And I serve them financially. I serve them physically. I give my children I serve them physically, financially, and emotionally. I give them emotional support as well. I serve them because they are mine and because I love them. But I ask you, how do you serve God? And the servant of God says in exactly the same way. I serve God physically, financially, and mentally. I serve him in every possible way. I have these three things in my possession, and I wish to use them all for Shyam Sundar because I love him. Just like you say that you love your family, that you'll do anything for them. Your daughter got married and you spent $100,000. I want to do the same for my Lord because he is my daughter, my son, he's my everything. He's everything rolled into one. So you understand why I want to serve him? Because I love him and he's my everything. I want to serve him physically. You want to serve the world physically because you love them. You cannot do enough for them. And I feel that I cannot do enough for my Lord. I cannot do enough for Shyam Sundar. He's my one and only. When we love someone, we want to do everything for them. Parents go out of their way to serve their children. A wife goes out of her way to serve her husband. The husband goes out of his way to serve his wife. We go out of our way to serve the one we love. So while we are very familiar with and very comfortable with the fact that we should love the world, not everyone is comfortable with the fact that we should love and serve God in that way. But the one who has understood his relationship with God, the one who values his relationship with God, has no problem serving the Lord. And he gets these ideas, such as, Bani ha braj ko mor kabeh hari, that I want to serve you in every possible way. He sees a peacock dancing, and he thinks, I wish I could dance like that for my Shyam Sundar. And is it that the servant of God doesn't serve the world? No, he does. He does his duty in the world. His mind is on God and Guru. His mind just revolves in God and Guru, but he serves his family. He's married, let's say. She's married, so she's got a family. She has children. So should she not do her duty? Should she not fulfill her responsibility? Absolutely she should. He should. But the difference is, the only thing that needs to change is that when we serve the world, when we serve our world, and we don't serve the entire world, there are 7 billion people in the world, and nobody's serving all 7 billion. Nobody wants to serve all 7 billion. No one has the capacity to serve all the people in the world. We serve our family members, very few people. So we serve them, and then we become attached to them. We become attached, and we serve with attachment. So what happens then is conversation like this, or thoughts like these. I did so much for my child. I spent thousands and hundreds of thousands of dollars on his education. Then when he got married, then I gave him so much. I bought him a house, I bought him a car, I did so much, so much, so much. Now I'm old, I have no money left, and now my son doesn't come to visit me. I did so much, and yet I got nothing back, nothing back. Not even a visit. I don't ask for anything much. The attachment is there, expectation is there, so we suffer. We end up suffering. But if we can just do our duty towards the world and think about Shyam Sundar, and in our mind, we are serving Shyam Sundar. Not only in our mind, but also physically and financially, in every possible way. If we serve Shyam Sundar, then we will do our duty towards the world. Then there's never a complaint, not even a little bit of unhappiness, no objection, nothing. Peace of mind and happiness all the time. Scriptures tell us, have no expectations in the world. Do your duty in the world, but form a strong attachment to Sri Krishna. Love God. All the scriptures, with their formidable knowledge, they all conclude by saying, or I should say the gist of all the scriptural knowledge is just this. Alodya sarva shastrani vicharya cha punah punah idamekam sunishpannam dhyeyo narayano hari. These are the words of Vedavyas, who says, "O humans, I have churned all the scriptures in my mind again and again, and I have extracted the essence of all the scriptures, and the essence of all scriptural knowledge is this: love God. Meditate on God lovingly. Think of Him as your own. He is your own. Accept this to be the truth." The devotee of God fulfills his duty in the world, but he does not allow his mind to love or hate the world. And he has no expectations from the world. We keep saying and thinking again and again, I did not get from my family what I deserved. I didn't get what I deserved. I deserve at least love. I deserve respect. I deserve that they serve me after I have served them so much. The devotee of God has no objections, no problems, because he had no expectations. He is taught by scriptures, and we are all taught by scriptures, but he's the one who has accepted the knowledge of the scriptures. The scriptures warn him, do not expect anything from anyone. Do your duty, but form a strong attachment to Sri Krishna. He will never disappoint you. God will never disappoint you. The world ends up disappointing us, but is it the world that disappoints us? Is it the world that's at fault? Are family members at fault? Are friends at fault? No. Then who is at fault? We are at fault. Our mind is at fault. Our mind deliberately goes into the world and forms expectations and attachments. And we serve with expectation. I am doing this favor for you, to you. You are moving, so I am going to help you move from one house to the next. Or you're looking for a job, and I will help you look for a job. But I have an expectation that if I'm ever out of a job, you must help me. When I move, if I happen to move, then you should help me. If my child is getting married, I expect you to treat her wedding as if it's your own daughter getting married, because I did the same for you. I helped you come to America from India, and I expect you to be grateful to me. I served you, and you're not serving me. You're not being thankful to me. You're not respecting me. Does any of this scenario seem familiar to you? Can you nod if that's true? Yes. How much we cry, how much time we waste, how much kirtan we do, we tell others, I did so much. I did so much for my sister-in-law, my brother-in-law, my cousin, my child, and what did I get in return? We become bitter people. By the time old age comes, we have become so bitter. We become acidic, so bitter, because we had all these expectations, and those expectations were not met, and we put the blame on the whole world. Not a single one who is good amongst them. The family is terrible. Ek bhi acha nahi hai, sab kharab hai. We look at the whole world, our little world, as being bad. But the devotee of God does not have any such problem. He had no expectation. And if he helps someone, if he serves without attachment, without expectation. All his hopes, all his expectations are in God. Ek bharoso, ek bal, ek aas vishwas, ek ram ghan syam hit, chatak tulsi das. Sweet words of Tulsidas. He says, I have faith in only one. I have expectations in only one. I do not have faith in anyone. I do my duty in the world. Tankar mein man yaar mein, says Kabir Das ji. I work in the world physically, but my mind is always with God. That is a wonderful teaching from the saints. A wonderful teaching. So the one who is accustomed to serving the world, he doesn't mind spending lots of money for his family. He doesn't mind working day and night. And he says, look, I work like a dog day and night, morning till night. He doesn't mind that. And he says, but this is my family. I will work like crazy for my family. And I will give my children all the money that I was not able to enjoy. I worked all life long, and I put it in the bank for my children, my 2 children, my 3 children, my 4 children, however many children he has. And what's the end result? This is Kali Yuga, not Satyug. Now children say, but you did what everybody's supposed to do. You're my father. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to give me everything you have. You're supposed to leave my name in the will. You're supposed to leave everything to me. So what special thing did you do for me? Everybody does that. What extraordinary thing did you do for me? Everybody educates their children. Everybody gives them food and shelter, and everybody spends money on their children. What did you do? But what happens when we serve God and Guru? Every little seva is magnified. God says, oh, my devotee, he serves me so well. Shabri gave fruits that she picked off trees, and she tasted them, and then she gave the sweet ones to her Lord. Maharaj, please eat this. This bed, this fruit, this wild fruit is really sweet. And Bhagwan Ram said, oh, these fruits that Shabri is giving me, they are the most delicious food I have ever tasted. She didn't spend any money on it. She just picked off the fruits, plucked the fruit from the tree. She gave them to her Lord. Not only just like that, she didn't even wash them. Leave aside that. She tasted them, then gave them to him. And Bhagwan Ram has made Shabri's name immortal. We know her name, Shabri, because she was such an excellent servant of the Lord. But what did she really give? She gave fruits, wild fruits that anybody can pluck. She didn't get them from anywhere. She didn't spend any money. She just gave them. He responds to love. He responded to the love that Shabri gave those fruits with. In the world, we love someone, we form an attachment. That person, you may form a strong attachment to a person, and that person may not even know that you're alive. You may form a strong attachment and invest your emotions and invest your money, invest everything into that person, and you find out this person has cheated me. Oh, I have been cheated. Oh, I have been had. I have been deceived. But in the area where we are never deceived, where we are never cheated, we hesitate to serve in that direction. There was a devotee living in India, in physically very close proximity to our ashram. And it's a small town. And many of the people living in that town said to him, "Oh, we have heard that you've given everything to your guru, Sri Maharajji. We've heard you've given all your money away to your guru." And that was the talk of the town. "Oh, this man, he's gone crazy. He's given all his money to his guru." And this gentleman said, No, you've got it wrong. I haven't given him all my property. Actually, you heard it wrong. He has given me all his property. He has given me all the property he has. He has given me the knowledge. He's given me the happiness. My guru has given me all his property. How can I give him anything? I have nothing. So this man, this devotee in question, he's serving his guru financially, and that's the talk of the town. This man has gone crazy. He's lost his mind. He is serving his guru financially. And he is saying to them, "No, my guru is serving me. I'm not serving him." How can we serve God or guru? Even if we give all the wealth that we have we really served them? The God who is the Lord of countless universes, and all the wealth that anyone has in the world belongs to him already. So if we wisely serve him with wealth, it is only the unfortunate ones who don't understand. It is only we unfortunate ones who don't understand that we should serve, and we hesitate to serve financially and physically. But if we were to understand it, then we would become so generous in serving God and his true representatives, his saints, as generous, I dare to say, as we are generous in serving people whom we call our own flesh and blood. Then we would regard him as our own flesh and blood, and we would not hesitate to serve. We would not think that someone is crazy because he's decided to serve God. What does Kabir Das ji say? He says, "Tan pavitra seva kiye, dhan pavitra diye daan, man pavitra hari bhajan te, ehi vidhi ho kalyan." O humans, use your physical body to serve God and Guru, and in this way you will purify your body. And everyone has some amount of wealth. Use some of that wealth to serve God and godly saints. That way you will purify your impure wealth. And your mind is also impure, so serve God and Guru in your mind. That is the third seva, which is the most important one. Mental seva, serving God and Guru in our mind, thinking about them, thinking about God and godly saints. But in order to think about them, in order to render service in the mind, we need to serve them physically with tan and with dhan, with wealth. But how many people in the world understand this? There are 7 billion people in the world, and maybe not even 7,000 understand it. Why? Because we have thought for uncountable lives that have passed, we have been thinking that the world is mine. This world is mine, and my little world, my parents, my siblings, and then later on spouse, children, then grandchildren, this is my world. And I must serve this world of mine. I must serve these people. And therefore, we do not hesitate in going out of our way to serve people we consider our own, physically, financially, mentally, in every possible way. But when we are taught by a guru to serve God, it takes us a long time. It may take us 5 years to get the point. It may take us 10 years to understand the point, to understand the benefit in serving God and Guru. It may take a whole lifetime, and we may never understand Tulsidas Ji says a worldly person, a person of the world, may think the saint who advises him to serve God, he may think him to be a greedy man. Why does he tell me to do seva? Why? Why does he ask me to do financial seva? Why does that saint tell me to do financial seva? Why does he talk about money, giving money? I don't like it. I got turned off. I went to the ashram, I didn't like it. There was talk of financial seva, and you know what? I'm never going back. Why do we think this way? It is a saint's duty to inspire worldly people to give in the right direction. What do we get when we serve the world? Is it a secret that the world is made of Maya? And that there are people in the world, our minds are filled with Sattvagun, Rajogun, Tamogun, and predominantly we are ruled by Rajogun, the mode of worldliness. It's no secret that mostly in Kali Yuga, people are mostly Rajasic. So when we serve the world, our mind is going to be filled with which gun, which mode? Rajogun. What are we becoming then? We are becoming more worldly. The more we serve the world, the more worldly we become. The more worldly. Then we think, why is my mind not going to God? It's because we have not truly understood the importance, the value of serving God. Why is my mind so worldly? Why can I not meditate on God? Why do I get so disturbed by other people's behavior? Why am I not walking very fast on the path of devotion? Why? It's because we're filling our mind with Rajasic quality. We have misunderstood that we must only serve the world. And we go out of our way, and our mind is becoming more and more worldly. When saints like Tulsidas, Surdas, Mirabai, the Jagat Gurus, like Jagat Guru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, when they teach us to serve God, we end up saying to them, you are very greedy people. Tulsidas Ji gives the example of a dog that digs up a bone. The bone has no flesh on it, no blood on it. It's a dried up bone, but the dog values it so much that when he sees from a distance a majestic elephant coming his way, he quickly digs up the earth and buries his bone and sits on top of it, thinking, that elephant is after my bone, and I'm not going to let the elephant have my bone. The elephant, that is a saint. He's walking in all his majesty. He has no concern with the world. He has no desires pertaining to the world. His only desire is for Shyam Sundar. He comes to the world to uplift us, to take us to his level, and for that we must give up some of the worldly habits we have. But when he does that, we are like that dog that digs up the earth and buries the bone. I shall not let him have any of my property. He tells me to donate. I don't like that. Personally, I don't like that, we think. Why should he talk about money? Why should he talk about donation? Why am I expected to use my money and give it to God? Why does God need that? No, God doesn't need anything from us, but we need to give. On the one hand, we complain that our mind is very unruly, very undisciplined. My mind runs all over the place. Then the Guru comes along and he says, serve God. In the Bhagavad Gita, Lord Krishna says, serve the Guru, because as long as we do not have the opportunity to serve God directly, we'll get that opportunity when we go to the kingdom of God. Until then, he says, serve my saint, serve the Guru. Tad vidhi pranipatena pariprashnena sevaya upadekshanti te jnanam jnaninas tattvadarshinaha. O Arjun, go to the Guru, surrender to him fully, pranipatena, ask him questions, pariprashnena, make sure those questions are genuine, make sure you ask the questions with lots of faith, shraddha in your heart. Don't ask any questions just to test him. And Arjun, serve him, do seva, serve him, because it will benefit you. So what we should understand is the concept of seva is one of the biggest, the most important concepts, if not the most important concept in spirituality. If we want to walk on the path of devotion, on the path of spirituality, we must understand the concept of seva. We are taught, so many people are taught, when you go to the mandir, put a little coin in the aarti thali. If you wish to put $1, put the lowest denomination. We are taught that. The child will ask, Mom, can I have some money? Here, beta, have $1. If not a coin, if I'm being very generous, put $1 in the aarti thali when you go to the mandir. Wife asks the husband, if she's financially dependent, I'm going to the mandir, can you give me some money to put in the donation box? And he says, are you crazy? You should go to the mandir and ask him for money. You don't give any money over there to him. Why does he need that? What I'm telling you are real stories. I'm not telling you the names. I'm telling you genuine scenarios that happen like that. The mother-in-law says, I don't want you, Bahu, to give any money over there. So the daughter-in-law is hiding from the mother-in-law and putting money in the aarti thali, in the donation box. Once, $100 bill, $50 bill, $20 bill, $10 bill, $5 bill, and $1 bill, they all got together on a Monday after the Sunday, after the weekend, and they're all talking, where did you go, what did you do on the weekend? Like we ask each other, what did you do on the weekend? So they're asking each other, what did you do on the weekend? So the $100 bill said, I went to the casino, I went to the mall, I went to the restaurant, I went on a trip. $50 said the same thing, yeah, I went to the mall, I went to the casino. $20 bill said the same thing, and $10, $5, they all said that, and the $1 bill said, what is a casino? What is a restaurant? What is a vacation? Where are you all going? I never went there. And they asked him, well, where did you go? He said, I went to the temple. I went to the mandir. That's where I always go on the weekend. And they asked him, what is a mandir? We've never been there. That is our understanding. When you come to the mandir, give $1. When it's your child's birthday, oh, spend, spend, spend. It's Janmashtami, the Lord's birthday. I'm sorry, I just have $5 to give. It's my child's birthday. I'll spend thousands. People spend thousands and thousands. It all depends on where we serve, whom we serve. It all depends on our understanding, who is truly mine, and what benefit will I get. By serving the world, we become more worldly. The mind becomes more worldly. By serving God and godly saints, our mind starts to reap the benefits, spiritual benefits. Charity is of 4 types. Let me conclude by telling you this. May I have your attention, please? Charity is of 4 types. Tamoguni charity, Rajoguni charity, Sattvaguni charity, and divine charity. If you serve someone who is mostly tamasic, who is got a lot of anger and frustration, and someone who's got a tamasic nature, tamoguni nature, that's the mode. Tamogun is the mode of darkness, the dark qualities. And you have given charity to someone who is tamoguni, and he's bought a gun with it, or buys drugs with it. You're enabling him to buy alcohol with it. He's tamoguni. He's going to make tamoguni use of the money you give. So therefore, the end result, you as a donor, you're going to be punished. So the donor is punished. After death, he is sent to live in hell for some time, Naraklok. What about Rajoguni charity? I'm giving to someone who's Rajoguni. Rajogun is the mode of worldly passions and desires. So our mind is going to become more worldly. There are going to be more desires, worldly desires in the mind. And after death, the Rajoguni charity, that is going to take the donor, it's going to take the donor to this world, bring the donor back to this world in various forms of life. All right, I'll do Sattvaguni charity. Sattvagun is the mode of goodness and virtue. So Sattvaguni charity, it is going to fill your mind with virtuous thoughts. And after death, the end result is the attainment of Swargalok, celestial abode, which, as the Vedas say, is for those who are not intelligent at all. Because Swargalok, the attainment of Swarg, is only for a little bit, little time. And after enjoying great pleasures of Swargalok, one is sent back to this earth in lower forms of life, as an insect or as a bird, in lower forms of life. The best charity, the best giving is Nirguni, the one that's beyond the three modes of Maya. When you give to someone who has gone beyond the three modes of Maya, then what is the end result? While we are living in this world, our mind becomes filled with spiritual thoughts, godly thoughts. We are able to do Rup Dhyan much more effectively. Our mind goes to God and our mind becomes calm, peaceful, happy in every situation, in adverse situations as well as in favorable situations. And after death, one attains the kingdom of God. So it all depends on the recipient, to whom we give, to whom do we show our generosity. If it is towards the world, then the benefits are going to be worldly. Sattvaguni charity ends up giving us Sattvaguni, sattvic results, Rajoguni, Rajasic results, Tamoguni, Tamasic results. But the Nirgun charity, the one that's beyond the three modes of Maya, that divine charity, charity to God through the saints, that gives the desirable results. The results that each and every one of us seeks. Do we not want a calm mind? Do we not want that we should be able to think about God, to do Rup Dhyan, to become more godly? Do we not want peace of mind? We all want that. We all want those results. And to get those results, we must understand what we are taught by scriptures and saints, that God is the one who belongs to us. Therefore, as Kabir Das said, I'm repeating that, Tan karme, man yarme. Keep your mind attached to God while you do duty in the world. And be very generous in serving God and godly saints, for they are the ones who will give you what you are seeking. Many a time, when children who are now earning money, many a time when those children are asked to give charity, the parent intercepts and says, no, I will give it, I'll give it. No. Even those who do not work for a living should give charity. Little children should be taught to give charity. If it's a good habit, why wait until they're middle-aged so that they may learn this? Why not do children a favor by teaching them from a very young age? Be generous. Be generous. Be charitable. Because living in a country which is affluent, children tend to become selfish. They lose their perspective. In many countries of the world, things that are regarded as being luxuries are regarded as necessities in an affluent country. Children tend to become selfish, so an appeal to all the parents and grandparents. Do not stop your children from giving charity. In fact, encourage them. If they're giving little bit, encourage them to give more. Why? For the reasons that I have told you, and I'm not the first one to say this. You have heard this so many times, We've all heard this, not only once or twice, we've heard it uncountable times in our previous lives, and even in this life, we've heard this again and again, hopefully. But why is it kept such a secret that this charity gives us the results that we desire? Why is there disconnect? That disconnect needs to be eliminated. We need to make a connection that I want peace of mind, I want calmness in my mind, I want love for God in my heart, so that I may have a wonderful life, a harmonious life. And for that, I need to accept Shyam Sundar as mine, and I need to serve him in every possible way. Tan, man, dhan. We've heard this since we were little children, that you should serve God. Tan se seva karo, man se seva karo, dhan se seva karo, har tarah se seva karo. But our misconception that the world is mine, it overtakes that knowledge that we received even when we were little children, and consequently, we are very willing to serve the world and love the world, but not so much so when it comes to loving and serving God and the godly cause. But this devotee we were singing earlier, many of you were not here yet. Bani ha braj ko mor kabeh hari. I've been explaining that beautiful bhajan by Jagat Guru Shri Kripaluji Maharaj, where a devotee says to Shyam Sundar, "Oh my Lord, when will you bless me with the form of a peacock in your divine abode, in your divine braj, so that I may dance for you and make you happy, so that I may offer you my plumage, my feathers. I will drop my feathers, and you will then put them in your crown, and that will further beautify the crown. When will this happen, O Shyam Sundar? When will I render service to you, even in the form of a peacock?" We are human. We are able to render service to Bhagwan and Guru much more than a peacock can. But the devotee here wants to serve God in every possible way, in the form of a peacock, in the form of a fish, in every form. He thinks about it. How more can I serve my beloved Lord? How more? In what other way can I serve him? And obviously he's not getting the form of a peacock, but he thinks about it. I'm a peacock and I'm dancing for Shyam Sundar. I'm dancing for my beloved Lord. And in this way, we are also inspired to keep on serving our Lord and Master, our divine beloved, and our Guru, who is the gateway to God, even more and more. Never must the thought occur in our mind that I have served God enough. I have done enough seva to my Guru, and that's that. It's never enough, because God never tires of serving us. Guru never tires of serving us. How can we get tired of serving them? And if you say, well, I don't care about serving them, but what about us being self-serving? Let me serve myself by serving God and Guru, even if we come to that point that I don't want to have anything to do with serving God, but I do want to. I am self-serving. It is in my best interest, self-interest, to serve God and Guru. Even if we can think this, it will be wonderful. So seva is a very important concept, if not the most important concept in spiritual life. Let's embrace this concept, and if we have embraced it, let's embrace it even more, because in serving God and Guru, we should be greedy. In the world, we should be satisfied with what we have, but in serving God and Guru, we should be absolutely greedy. That is where greed is good, just like it is said in the Ramayana. Sita Ram Charan Rati More Anudin Badhai Anugrah Tore. May my love for the lotus feet of the Lord increase day by day. Greed is good if it is directed towards God and Guru. Boliye Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki. Srimad Sadguru Sarkar ki. Srimad Yugal Sarkar ki. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. Jai Jai Shri Radhe. it's time to offer bhog, and the words of the bhog song that we sing, they're both in both the books. Perhaps you have both the books in front of you. Perhaps you have the big bhajan book. If you don't have any book, can you please raise your hand? We'll be just using this book, and that would be sufficient. Page number is 7, Hindi mein, Pristh Sankhya hai 7, in English, page